All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere and hopeful elect Akim, pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in spirit and in truth. Getting into this lesson, I want to pretty much edify on a video that Deacon Hakah or Ahab Gawayim, as brothers in Dallas was calling him, all right, love heathen, because he has a love for the heathen, desiring them to want to be saved when that's clearly not in the scriptures. He pretty much did a video getting on GMS where he used a portion of a video that the apostle elder Rachel had made, in which he and other brothers in Great Millstone were throwing up curses on Hassad and Hakah of Genesis. Okay, and pretty much, he had his Deacon Hakah had his emotions wrapped up into him pretty much doing a commentary on the video, attempting to display the apostle and brothers as pretty much being wicked or not in the spirit or not men of the Lord because they were throwing up curses on them. All right. In which, hey, I throw up curses on y'all niggas. All right. And been doing so for a good amount of time. All right. And there's nothing wrong with throwing up curses on wicked ass niggas. All right. So I just wanted to give an example, all right, or two in the scriptures in which you have righteous men, which does not pertain to you two. All right, you two demons are not righteous. All right, you're not sincere. All right, brothers, no, we know you. We know you guys, man. We know you guys. We know you're just conniving, slithering, insincere ways, man. All right, there ain't a sincere bone in your body, Akai. All right, I'm speaking from experience. Okay. So this is a 2 Kings 2 in verse 4. It says, and this is going into Elisha, sometime after the, pretty much his teacher, Elijah, went back into the spirit world by way of a chariot, all right, being beamed up. So this is a encounter he had. And I'm going to start in verse 23. I'm going to read this in the NLT. It says, Elisha left Jericho and went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, a group of boys from the town began mocking and making fun of him. Go away, Baldy, they chanted. Go away, Baldy. All right, so some YNs. Okay, some baby's kids. Which, y'all at Genesis ain't nothing but baby's kids that know the scriptures. Okay, that to a certain degree. All right, because you must not know the scriptures saying that actual Gentiles can be recipients of salvation. Okay, so these were some YNs talking shit to the prophet Elisha. So let's see what he did. Verse 24, it says, Elisha turned around and looked at them, and he cursed them in the name of Yahweh. So what's wrong with what the apostle Rachel did in cursing you niggas in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai? That's perfectly fine and acceptable on the side of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to put curses on two demons trying to go to the drawing board and reinvent the wheel. Okay? It says, then two bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of them. All right? So, pretty much right after, he threw that curse up. Okay, you have 42 bears. I mean, excuse me, 2 she bears. All right, two female bears. All right, that came out the woods and tore them niggas up, man. 42 of them. Okay, 42 YNs. As a result of Elisha cursing them. All right. It says, verse 25. From there, Elisha went to Mount Carmel and finally returned to Samaria. All right. Now, next, this is 1 Timothy 2 and 18. It says, "This charge I commit unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightest war good warfare, holding faith in a good conscience, which some having put away concerning faith have made shipwreck." All right. Now, whether you two niggas ever really did have the faith, which I my personal opinion is that you never really believe Hakkad. This was just, something for you to get into, something that a fad to you, verse 19, holding faith and a good conscience, which some having put away concerning faith have made shipwreck. Okay. So you got certain individuals that are, eventually turn away from having that faith. Okay. And what does that do? That makes that pretty much you going to crash out. All right. And that's what we see you, 2 individuals doing, Hassad and Hakkad. All right, we see you guys crashing out through the spirit, spiritually crashing out, trying to change the doctrine. Okay. It says, "Of whom is Hymenaeus and Alexander, whom I have delivered unto Satan, that they may learn not to blaspheme." Okay, so there's nothing wrong with delivering Satan's children unto Satan for the purpose of, the Most High allowing Satan to get the better of y'all, so that y'all can learn y'all lesson. All right. So we see the fact that you had to do a video talking about the Apostle Rakhah and, they threatened my life and, well, all this pretty much crying. Okay. Complaining, trying to make yourself look righteous and the apostle and the brothers look wicked. That's you doing that because you scared, man. Through the spirit, you scared. You know that you don't have the hedge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai surrounding you. So you going online to pretty much make a defense. All right, because in your mind, you think we're going to do something carnal to you. All right, when that's not the MO, that's not the spirit that we move in. All right, we're going to find you and do something physically. We're going to cause harm to you because of your doctrine. No, we're going to let the Lord deal with your ass, man. Okay. And that's another thing too. Like, I remember when I ran into you some years ago. All right, we was at the bar, me and another brother, and then another brother ended up coming. But that was one of the things you brought up. Trying to pull on heartstrings and go back into the past. When we first was in the truth, man, I ain't never seen a brother so angry. Talking, Hakkad referring to me, because back in the days I used to be, hella more fiery. You know what I'm saying? As far as, rough around the edges, But, you learn to grow in this truth, all right? You ain't got to yell at everybody. But, his thing was, you was bringing that up. Back then we used to, wish death on you niggas and whatnot, which still do. I still do. Speaking for myself, I still do. All right. Not saying that I'm going to do it, but I know that the way y'all moving, the Lord is surely going to do it. Okay. So that was one of the things he was trying to talk about. Oh, I never met a person so angry, man. All that hating. Cause you scared. Cause you know that your ass ain't right, man. You know you don't have the spirit of the Lord protecting you, man. You got Satan, all right, his minions guiding y'all. But eventually they gonna guide you right to Satan himself at the at the request of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So that's why you had to do that video trying to get at the apostle, because you know that brothers, y'all feel it pretty much. Y'all feel the curses that brothers is putting up on y'all, man. All right, and you can't rest easy, man. All right, Spiritually, you don't did some janky ass shit. Now you gotta look over your shoulder every 5 seconds, not knowing, what to expect. Okay, and you brought that upon yourself, man. Okay, trying to switch up the doctrine and all that. Okay, so let me grab this here in 1 Corinthians 16. I'm gonna just start at 22. It says, "And if any man love not the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, let him be anathema maranatha." Okay, now you two individuals at Genesis, Hakar and Hassad, y'all don't love Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because if you love Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you would actually adhere and actually, do his will in regards to preaching his doctrine, which in his doctrine, he does not say that, heathen can be saved. Paul's writings aren't authoritative. All right. So Paul's writings is null and void. And on top of that, the Lord wants heathens to be, delivered. You actually gonna have heathens being beamed up into the chariot to escape destruction. Let that come on, man. All right. So that in itself is, not loving the Lord. So what are you? You are anathema maranatha, which means person accursed, a thing accursed. You guys is accursed, man. Y'all came into this ministry to be condemned. All right, two wicked ass niggas that the Lord is gonna condemn. Okay. Verse 23 says, "The grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach be with you. My love be with you all in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai." All right, that's to the hopeful elect. All right, the elect. All right, not niggas trying to switch up the doctrine and save the heathen. All right, y'all niggas is a curse. Y'all set aside for judgment, man. Whether that's gonna be missiles or some other form of judgment the Lord gonna bring upon y'all, but please believe, y'all gonna suffer whatever it is that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has in store for y'all. All right, so I just want to bring that out. Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.